So I want to take the time to talk about how excited I am for the Castlevania Dominus collection on the Nintendo Switch. It's released on other consoles, but having it on the Nintendo Switch, and it's also getting a physical release through Limited Run Games on September 13th to be able to pre-order. I'm not usually a fan anymore of Limited Run Games, but I will definitely be getting this physically simply because these games aren't easily accessible and they're expensive separate from a collection. So it'll be nice to actually have those in the future and play them. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers. But yeah, Castlevania is an amazing franchise. And admittedly, I don't have very much experience in this franchise. I have played Symphony of the Night. I have played the first Castlevania on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I've played Dracula X a few times. I dabbled in the Super Nintendo version of Castlevania, and I did not really enjoy it that much, which is probably blasphemy. I dabbled in some of the DS games. I beat the one on the Advance collection. I forget which one exactly it was, but that game was really, really fun. So it was really fun, and it was Circle of the Moon. So Castlevania Circle of the Moon on the Game Boy Advance. I played that on the Advance collection on the Nintendo Switch, beat that, and that is pretty similar to this. I can tell by the graphics and what I've streamed so far, so I have been streaming it. If you want to check that out, I'll be doing that full playthrough. It's going to take me a while. I'm only going to do, a couple hours each time. But yeah, Castlevania Circle of the Moon is the last game in the Castlevania series that I beat, but also I have played the other spin-off games. So I've played the Bloodstained games, all three of those, the two retro-styled ones, and then the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night to completion. 100%ed that. That was a wonderful game and a nice introduction into a Metroidvania-style game. I played Dead Cells all the way through a couple times. There's actually a episode where I beat it on the first run on this channel. It is a live stream, so you can find that if you need to. There is also games like Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom and all of the Shantae games that I've played. So Metroidvanias are something that are deep in my roots of video games that I really enjoy playing, and 2D, platforming games also with a level structure. So the first game in chronological order on this Dominus collection is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. And then there is also, on top of that, Haunted Castle Revisited. I've never heard of this. It apparently is a part of the Castlevania series. It looks like it's maybe a Japanese release or something like that, but I am super excited to get into that at some point. So this collection has different ways that you can set up your screen, because it was a dual screen originally, and you can set it up to have 3 screens where you have your map, your character's RPG elements, levels, and things, and the things that are equipped on his person, and then also the screen where it shows the gameplay. So there are tons of quality of life improvements, things like settings that you can, adjust to make it more agreeable to you. There's motion controls, or tablet touchscreen controls, and also you can use the right stick to move your little cursor around instead of actually having to touch the screen if you're playing either in handheld mode or on the TV. So next up is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, and this game looks like it is going through a lot of different locations, a more diverse set of enemies, and it seems to be utilizing magic and more weapon variety than older games. So
So the final game I'm going to talk about is Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. This game features a female protagonist, and it looks like it just kind of expands on the games prior to it and takes a more animated art style and shows off a lot of different locations. It looks like there was water, like on the ocean or whatever. It kind of reminds me of the Bloodstained series, so maybe they kind of took inspiration from this last, DS game in the Castlevania series. But this game looks really fun, and I'm excited to try this eventually. But this collection is something that I didn't really expect from Konami, and I really appreciate them releasing it. And so far, what I've been playing, Dawn of Sorrow, on the live stream, it's been fun, interesting. It's more RPG based than I thought it would be, but it's still really enjoyable once you know what you're getting into, and it's fun to kind of traverse around and hunt for souls. But yeah, Dominus collection, it's gonna be fun. Thank you for tuning in.